Hello, guys. Thank you for joining me on Indiana Sports Connection. I am your residential anchor, Aaron. Thank you so much for being here. And look, Indiana's got another guard. They got another guard in the transfer portal today, and his name is Jason Drake. I've been messing up on this name all day because Jason Drake from the Drexel Bulldogs. So they get another 6'2 guard. We'll talk about the stats here for a minute, but pretty much Darian Devries, I mean, this dude is just bringing in the guards. I was just thinking about this just now, how I was talking to a few people today at the park and whatnot, and so crazy the different things that life throws at you. But, you know, we were talking about Indiana basketball and uh, how, I mean, Indiana, they need bigs. They need bigs to come in. But then when I was really thinking about it after I left there, I was thinking, like, Mike Woodson, he brought in Balo first. And I mean, it seemed like the big guys were his priority from the get go. And I just think we're going to see such a different style of play that y- we should be happy about this, that he is really utilizing the guard play first, because that's how it's going to get it done in college. I think the big guy he's looking for, and let's hope that, and I cannot remember his name either, the guy that has the two names, Flabinga or whatever his name is. But that dude, hopefully he comes in. I was looking at the transfer portal today. There are some other big guys out there, but let's get into it. Let's talk about I just got the article pulled up that Alec Bozich put out a little bit ago. I mean, he's like, seems like the go-to guy for stuff like this. A 6'2", 195-pound native of Oak Park, Michigan. So pretty much a local type dude from the Midwest. I did notice he's been at a few different places. I noticed one of those was community college too, but I don't know if that's just par for the course these days. I was looking through the transfer portal today, and I'll tell you, a lot of these guys have been at more than two schools. Which, so he also had interest from St. John's, Pittsburgh, St. Joseph, Temple, UCF. So he had quite a bit of people after him. Indiana State, Dayton, a lot of mid majors where he probably would have got more playing time or would have been a starter, because this dude put up some numbers at Drexel. As a junior at Drexel, Drake started all 33 games, averaged 11.1 points. I do notice a theme, like a lot of the players he's getting, reliability, like a lot of the players he's gotten have played full seasons in their last two seasons. And I know that goes a long way. I mean, reliability is everything. And that's just another thing that has hurt Indiana. I mean, I always say Rob Finney, but he just battled injuries the whole time. Then Xavier Johnson comes in as our point guard, battles injuries. So I have taken note of that. Like a lot of the guys that DeVries is bringing in, I like look at their past seasons. So this dude played in all 33 games, averaged 11.1 points, 3.1 assists, and 3 rebounds, and 26.1 minutes per game. We get the comments pulled up here. But so Drake is the seventh portal addition this spring for the Hoosiers, joining Tucker DeVries, Connor Enright, Reed Bailey, Lamar Wilkerson, Josiah Miles, Tayton Connerway. Indiana now has 8 scholarship players. So we got all these, like DeVries right now. I mean, DeVries and Wilkerson, those two guys are really, really good shooters. I mean, outstanding shooters. And we also, I don't know how Luke Goody might fit into this team or not. I mean, but he is just another piece that could play off the bench in spots and that could spot up and shoot. Luke Goody will shoot better on a team that schemes for him to get open. Also, I mean, I was at like a couple games last year, and I mean, I noticed Luke Goody is not good off balance, running and catching and trying to shoot when he's like trying to stop too quickly. Like he really needs it coming in. Yes, exactly what I'm saying. Like keep the guards rolling in, because I'm tired of these big, slow players too. I think the types of guys that he might get to play around the basket, and we might be alarmed by this as Indiana fans, is like, I think back to that Miami game when we got schooled by Miami in the tournament. I mean, it was like a 6'8" dude that just dominated on the offensive glass. I cannot remember that dude's name, but it was like in the SEC, that's how it's done. Because if you have a 6'9" guy that's just a really good rebounder, that can go a long way to your team getting up and down the floor faster. Just because, and it doesn't have to be a 6'9" guy. It just has to be a guy who's able to move and able to maneuver in a way that like the guys we've had in the past, like Balo, just could not do. And so let's go back to talking about Drake here. Drake had 4 games with 20 or more points, including a pair of 25-point games for the Dragons. He had 25 points against William and Mary on February 6th, and just over a month later, 25 again on March 8th against Elon in the CAA conference tournament. The Michigan native scored in double figures 17 times. So I mean, this dude's had some. He's had some moments. I mean, I watched some of his highlights. I mean, he seems like he could be a real spark plug. And it seems like all the dudes that he's bringing in are. And I know I just watched the highlights, but they all seem like they're gritty, hard nosed guards. We have a plethora of guards. I mean, I just think about last year, and I know I'm not trying to like overreact to everything Devries is doing, but look how many guards right here with Enright. I mean, all these dudes, and I know one that is listed as a guard, but I think he's more of a wing player. But yeah, Josiah Miles, I think he's more of a, if he was a combo guard, he's more of like a wing guard combo. But I mean, we do have like two, 3 pretty good point guards. I mean, and Lamar Wilkerson's kind of a combo guard, I guess you would say. I mean, just saying that he can handle the ball pretty well for a 2 guard. And so, I mean, what DeVries is doing, he is bringing in layers upon layers of guards, which is what you need to win. I mean, for one, uh, you got injuries. So, I mean, if any guys go down, you definitely want to have just a stable of guys that somebody else could step in and play. Like, I mean, we have Connor Enright, who is a what I think of as like a really reliable backup if like one of our top guards go down, or who knows? I mean, maybe he has the experience, maybe he'll play more at the beginning. I mean, we really don't know. Nobody's really going to be promised anything on these teams. So it is great to see. But yeah, guards. They're bringing in all these guards. So I know a lot of people are freaking out about a big guy coming in because, I mean, we got to get like 3 big guys. I mean, in my opinion, we got Reed Bailey. He's 6'10", but he's more of a slasher scorer. You don't really see him. I mean, I'm sure he's going to like be setting a lot of picks on the perimeter and can play in the like, you know, the pick and pop game where he can shoot from the outside. But we're still going to need a guy who's going to be more of like a rim protector and be able to screen and slide to the basket and do all of those type of things out of the big guy position. But let's go back to Drake here for a second. Here we go. Luke Neha says, I have faith we will get our big man. Yep, me too. I think as soon as one guy comes, I think in the transfer portal, and I was thinking about this earlier today. It's like in the transfer portal, it's so hard to get that first domino to fall sometimes. Like, not only do the Indiana coaches need to see like, okay, out of all these guys, who do we think is going to be, you know, a guy we can bring in will be like a starter right away. So that's one thing to think about. So maybe you don't want to offer this person or this person, you know, if you're kind of waiting to see. I don't know. There's just a lot that would play into it, I think, in my mind. I overthink things like this. So I'm glad somebody like Darian Devries and all these coaches. I mean, having Kenny Johnson, who knows he's been a good recruiter for years, being a great recruiter and having an eye for, you know, all of this stuff goes a long way in the transfer portal as well. I mean, when you can just watch a game of a guy play, know different things about him. And so we've seen that DeVries has filled out his coaching staff here. So I know the big guy is going to be coming. I think it's going to happen all at once where, I mean, I did see somebody post like Peyton Sparks is in the portal. Please don't bring Peyton Sparks back. I mean, I wish he would stay at Ball State. I think he's good at that level, but I just don't think when he goes in the game, he just cannot score in the Big Ten down low. He's not he just does not have crafty enough moves. Although he is like a brick shit house at 240 pounds. But so he's one out there. So I definitely could think, I think they need, I mean, I'm always thinking about that Florida team when you're building a team. Florida had like they had like 4 big guys that kind of could play on a rotation. And I mean, I love that guy Colston, but they brought guys. They had another dude on their team, like number 3, but they had just that wore teams down. That also gives you a lot of extra fouls where you can play a more aggressive style. Like you're not relying on your big guy to score down low. So you can play a more physical style and go for like a lot more blocks and things like that when you know you got multiple guys and you're not just a big centered team like Indiana's been in the past where you're trying to dump the ball down into the paint every single time. It just doesn't work. So, like the function of the big guy on this team with Darian Devries is just it's going to be like total here we got some real negative comments. David here has had it with the new coach. The new coach is an idiot. Uh, the new coach is a total idiot. Worse than all of our bad coaches put together. And he's not even watched the game yet. But well, I mean, we're gonna find out. You know what? I heard like you got to look at it in whatever way you can because what we had before was so outdated and so many people. I hear what you're saying, but look, the fans were crying for it to go in a different direction away from the high low with Malik Renew, Mackenzie and Baco, who I saw went to Texas A&M. Best of luck to him. I mean, they're gonna find out, or he's gonna find out. And I believe Texas A&M, did they lose their coach as well? Did I forget, but there's been so much going on with coaches and all this stuff in the last like month. So, but man, you gotta have some faith in it. Oh, I believe you've been watching Indiana basketball for a long time, but I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna see where it goes. I mean, there could be an opportunity. You should listen to like what Rick Bozich had to say. I've heard a couple people say, well, and Mike DeCourcy say, well, like they might have a great opportunity to change the Big Ten here. I mean, this might be an opportunity where the Big Ten maybe they can play more of a run and gun style, shoot threes, and still have a good rim protector, but not be centered around a big guy. And if he's able to do that in the Big Ten, I mean, and have like you do have to be whatever you're coaching. I mean, like DeVries, he learned this system and this style from from the guys he was under, which look at the guy at Oregon. He was under him for a long time, and he's super successful this first year in the Big Ten. I had no clue because I don't watch a lot of I had no clue that he was such a good coach. And I am just blanking on names today. I've been out in the sun all day. So, but yeah, he coached under some great coaches. So he's gonna follow what they did and follow their blueprint. And you know what? If it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then 4 years from now we'll be looking for a different coach. I hope that's not gonna happen because this is the style of play people have been begging for a long time. I'm glad he's bringing on all these guards, and there's still plenty of time to bring in a big guy. So let's look at his 23-24 stats. He played in 31 games. Drake did at Butler Community College. So I wonder why he went from Cleveland State to Butler Community College. I always remember Cleveland State. They beat IU in the tournament one year. I don't remember that, but I know that happened. Played in 31 games in 23-24. This dude has 2 years of eligibility too. So this is a dude that could really do some developing and be around for a little bit at Indiana too. So um played in 31 games in 23-24, shot 47% from the floor and better than 42% from behind the arc. So I mean, I've watched him. He's got a good shot. Whether, it's always whether or not you can take it to the Big Ten. But I also think the scheming to get guys open um, is gonna go a long way to getting better shots for this team. I don't know when they make the decision on Luke Goody. This seems like a big matzo ball that's hanging out there that like why the NCAA just can't like get it together and make a decision on this. 5 guard offense. It might be a 5 guard offense. Hey, I mean, Michigan State's almost had like those types of teams. I mean, they do. I mean, Michigan State plays without a traditional big man for a lot of times. And you could say they've been one of the most successful in the Big Ten. So, but, and at Butler Community College, Drake, appeared in 17 games, his only season at the school. I don't know if he got hurt there or what happened. Baldwin, he had 9 points. So this dude, he's kind of made his way. He's kind of made his way through in his career stats, 11.2. So, I mean, Deries is bringing in the guards. I mean, I'm sure he needs like 3 big guys, and they just have to be great rebounders. I mean, in my opinion. So, and this team is going to shoot threes or get layups. And if you watch the SEC a lot this year, that's like practically what the SEC was all year. You just spread the floor. And so many times when you see guys in the SEC go into the lane, and it's like they almost hold the basketball like a football because that's just where it's at. It's shooting from the perimeter. I watched a ton of Ole Miss this year. I watched a ton of Kentucky this year. And I watched a ton of Florida this year. And it was like those bigs on Florida, they played a totally different game than what Indiana did. So we got to stay positive. I think the big dude's going to come in probably by the end of the week. Hopefully, in this next like 5 days or so, but the roster, I would say it's peaked over that midpoint time, so we've got more than half of the roster put together. And so it is time they'll probably, bring in like 3 big guys and then we'll see where it goes from there. Floringa or whatever that guy's name is. Hopefully he commits tomorrow. That would be great to see. And and yeah, we just continue to watch Darian Devries, and I can't get that negative about it this early. I'm trying to stay completely positive. I mean, I know eventually you'll have some, you know, everybody will have their time with the coach where you disagree with this during a game or you disagree with that, but I mean, now's the time. He's bringing these dudes in the month of June. He can start really developing them and really see how they're really going to fit together into his system. And then we'll just go from there. I mean, this is a whole new animal. Frederica, that's it. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I get his name and Badinga's name like mixed up all the time. So it is what it is. DeVries is bringing in his system, and that's what we all wanted. And that's practically what we all voted for. I mean, I am happy that, Scott Dolson, out of everything, I think he is the dude that, like, when he made the decision to get rid of Mike Woodson midseason, I think he listens to the fans. I think he's got his finger on the pulse of like, we want a different style of play. We want a different system of play. And he sat there all through. He didn't hire Archie Miller. Dolson didn't hire Woodson. And so now we got a true Scott Dolson. What he's brought in is what we should all believe in. And it's what we've all been asking for quite a while. So, but yeah, and I don't know if he did commit to another team because I mean, I just looked at it today, but you never know. So many of these dudes, they just go from wherever and whenever. And the winner and thank you so much for everybody for watching the videos, subscribing to the videos. The winner, and I got to pull it up here, of the shirt is at Carol Bell 2017. and that's CARROLBELL 2017. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and email me at indianasportsco@proton.me. That's Indiana Sports Co. at proton.me. And I will send that sweatshirt out to you. Thank you for everybody for subscribing to the channel. We're at 3,000 subscribers, on our way to 4,000 subscribers. So love talking about basketball. Love having you all here. And until next time, stay classy out there, Hoosier fans.